D4 loot dungeons. Let's go. Skosglen. We need to be at the waypoint Korbat. And the dungeon we're heading over to is the Domhain Tunnels. Takes 3 seconds on your mount from this waypoint. Let's jump straight into this dungeon. I'm going to pop a flask because 5% extra experience at this level helps. This dungeon, I've been finding these dungeons just by farming renown and also trying to find little diamonds in the rough to run for loot for future seasons coming up. Now, this dungeon's split into 3 sections. There are a couple of elite packs in the first section, but I wouldn't really check all of the mapping for it. However, the mapping and the lanes are really tight in this dungeon. So if you want to check out all the undiscovered areas in this section, you're more than welcome to. I personally wouldn't waste my time. Essentially, we need to pop 6 prisoners, and then we're going to go into a dungeon mini event. Now, the 4 runs before this dungeon, I actually got the mini event where a whole bunch of elites spawn. Now, that would be great if they drop loot. Now, someone in the comments tell me below, because I'm not too sure if this is right or not. But not only do they not drop loot, I'm not too sure if the experience from the mobs actually gives you anything either. So these mini events seem like they're a bit of a waste of time. However, I'm gonna release these 6 prisoners. We're gonna head into the mini event. For the footage of this video, we actually got a decent mini event. You essentially kill a bunch of mobs, pop 2 levers, and it will take you to the next part of the dungeon. As you can see with these mobs, when I kill them, no loot's dropping, which is really disappointing. You do get the little blood orbs if you need to heal yourself. But because we got a decent one, they died pretty quickly. We're going to pull both of these levers and head into what part of this dungeon is why this is worth doing. Now, as you can see at the top, we need to get an item to return to the pedestal. And I can already hear saying to me, oh, that means there's going to be backtracking. But I'll tell you what, this is dense pack just number 1. There are multiples of these in this part of the dungeon. Now, with a map that's this tight and the lane pathing that's this tight, it's actually worth doing the backtracking just for the chance of loot. Now, this first dense pack, all I got was yellows, which I thought to myself, that's not going to be that great. Mind you, I've ran this 4 times before, so I know exactly what this dungeon has to offer. So essentially what you're looking for is the item to return to the pedestal. This is a champion pack, by the way, not an elite pack. With the item that you get, it actually increases your movement speed. That's why it's not that bad to backtrack. We're going to find the item down here and then dense pack number 2. Now, because I had a pylon, these mobs got absolutely obliterated. But look at all this loot that's dropping. Like, my backpack is already chock-block full of loot. It's insane. Now, up here, I should have went top right, but I went top left. I should know better, because generally when you go top left, you're going to go straight to the boss's room, which is what we don't want to do just yet. And guess what? Dense pack number 3. That's right, guys. This is dense pack number 3. A dungeon with such tight pathing with all of this gear, and we're just getting yellows and legendaries dropping left, right, and center. And my backpack's already full. I'm trying to pick these items up and I can't, so I drop out a few gems because I don't need these anymore. Now, I could finish this up now, go to the boss, but you can see I've got an area that's undiscovered. Now, as I've got the item on my back, my movement speed's increased, so we're going to skip past these mobs. And lucky I checked it out, because bang, this is dense pack number 4. So not only does this dungeon take you hardly any time to clear through whatsoever, you got all of these elite packs that are just stacked on top of each other. You don't have to chase any mobs. Your backpack's going to be just bursting at the seams. If I wasn't recording, I would have teleported back to the city center, disenchanted or sold the gear for some gold, and then kept going. But because I was recording, I just left the stuff I don't really want on the floor, which was mostly blues. Now, once you've cleared out this last pack of elites, we're going to go into the boss's room and take out the boss. The 4 runs before this, the dense packs of elites were exactly the same. They weren't always located in the same area, but the mobs were all stacked on top of each other. The mobs' mechanics were really straightforward. As you could see, I could sit in the middle of them and press M1. I can't even pick up these last 2 items because my backpack is just bursting. And as you can see here in my inventory, I've got nothing but uniques and yellows, which is just insane. Like, this dungeon took me hardly any time to get done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6 legendaries. The map is this tiny. This is definitely worth your time if you're looking for loot, and the experience is pretty good as well. Hope you guys are enjoying these loot dungeon videos. Peace out, legends. Have a great night.